The highway felt an awful lot like looking down the deep pits of the throat. The headlights barely pierced through the darkness. Suddenly, the outline of two figures, one tall and carrying a smaller one, appeared through the darkness. As Kron drove closer to the figures, he saw he recognized the two figures. He stopped and opened the door for them. "Good God, is it you?" Kron asked. He almost leaned out the door to make sure his eyes didn't deceive him. "I know your voice. Is it you, Kurama? Really you this time? Oh, Minamino, is it?" "I've heard that nickname so many times I forgot your real name and the story behind the name, Kurama." "Whatever, that's not what I'm here for." The blind man stroked the back of the young boy, obviously his son, couldn't have been any older than 12, in an attempt to comfort him. Kurama did recall on several occasions when the teacher would bring his son into the classroom. Apparently the son was severely ill with some melodramatic-sounding disease that Kurama never remembered, even if his life depended on it. He rarely went to his own school, Hamilton Elementary or something else innocent sounding like that. And there was no one to take care of him at home, so he ended up staying with his father so he could be sure nothing would happen. "Okay, we're going to the hospital right now, right, Mr. Not that it matters or anything right now, but you can call me Yomi. But no, we're not going to the hospital. Just take us home. We just came from the hospital and no one was there. I even had to call them, but no one answered. I tried to come back home by bus, but the people there literally kicked me out because they thought sure was making too much noise. I got in, but I didn't bother putting on the seatbelt. Wait, why am I caring about that of all things? I usually walk home at this point, but thank you. I really need to see a friendly face I know, or voice I know, figuratively. But they kicked you off the bus. There are laws against that kind of thing, aren't there? I'd be more willing to complain, but the people on the bus, they weren't human. They were all looking at us like they were going to kill us. I could tell. I could feel it. You know what I mean by that? You mean like when somebody's staring at you when you're sleeping in class and you just feel them looking at you? Or when you're sitting alone in your room and your mother walks in without making a sound? You feel the presence. I understand that. You sound so... You sound so cool for someone who just got kicked out of the bus by a bunch of monsters. Glanced at the two. He even looked peaceful. The whole thing was unsettling. "Hey, sure, you can hold out until I get you home, right? I can make you a snack or something if it would help." Sure looked up, and Kronos choked on a lump in his throat when he saw Sure's eyes were gone. There were only pits opening up and showing the flesh, and don't think about what there is, you see. From those pits, a heavy flow of blackened blood ran down his face as maggots rolled out of the sockets. "My eyes. Where are my eyes? Give them back to me. Give me my eyes. I thought you think you have them. Give them back to me, you bastard." Started clawing at the air. Finally grabbed a lock of Carl's hair. "If you won't give them back to me, I'll take yours." "Yomi?" Carl whimpered. "What is it, Minamino?" Yomi turned to him. He glanced at Yomi, but saw Shura's face was still buried in his father's chest. He was in the same exact position he was in before. His eyes... Yes, he has a really bad headache right now. He says it's gotten so bad he feels it in the back of his eyes. When we get home, we'll give him Tylenol or whatever you have. How did you know? Oh, just the feeling. Continued focusing on the road. Let's see. He lives down the block from me. Heard gibberish and the windows were suddenly getting covered with blackened blood that was coming from Shure's eyes. Kurama turned to see Yomi, but his mouth was moving at an unnatural speed as the gibberish slowed down to a demonic tone. "You bastard. Give me back my eyes. I'll take yours if you don't." Crawl sure started scratching at Craw's cheek. Crawl slammed on the brick. Then a familiar pale fist opened up in the corner of his eyes. Don't worry. I found your eyes. Too bad you lost them today. But yours weren't any special, though. Coronai dropped the eyeballs into Crawl's lap, and they stared up at him. Coronai turned Crawl's face to him so they can stare eye to eye, almost literally. Ran his finger around Crawl's eye. How about a trade? Killer. I'm sorry, I mean Kurama. You can have your blind sight. You can have his beautiful green eyes. You won't be needing them. Well, not too long now. Please, I need eyes. I give the good boy what he wants for once. Kurama plunged his nails into Crawl's skin. Brown's eyes shot open. His lungs felt like they were on fire from hyperventilating so long. He struggled to find something to get him to sit up. Bad dream? Kara asked as she took out what was left in the health drink and dripped it into his gaping mouth. After a moment, he relaxed. Yeah, I had this dream. Again? Can't really blame you. I have nightmares here too. I feel awful to say this, but I don't really care about anything anymore. Still, whatever happens in your dreams won't happen in real life. If you die in a dream, you can't die in real life. I've heard that what happens is it's actually good luck. I think that's a little bull, actually. There was a long, tense silence. Can I use your phone real quick? Carla finally asked. Sure. She gave it to him. I just want to call a friend. I died again. Excused Roth. You're playing Resident Evil. I thought you knew that. That means you'll get caught getting these stupid camera angles. That's why I never bothered. Cooper asked smugly. The phone's ringing. It's Keiko. Don't bother picking it up. I ran out of her last date. She's pissed. I'm not to hearing from her right now. It says McCrew. I can't pronounce that last name. It's got to be like child abuse or something. Let me see that. Yusuke looked at the number. Cocked Brown answered. Hello? There was a sound of static. Hello? Suddenly, silence. Then a little animal-like growl. That sounds nasty. He hung up, feeling chills down his spine. Stupid sixth grader or something. I don't think he heard me. Must have gotten bad reception. Not that that surprises me or anything. He hung up. Connor gave the phone back. So now what? At the Historical Society? There's a lake behind it, so we can row our way out of here. Assuming there's a boat over there. There's usually one there. I need the people across the hall from me at the apartment. Love to go there and fish. They were arrested for that 3 times, I believe. Hey, can you leave me alone right now? I have to go do something. Wait for me up front. There's a bathroom over there, so... Sure. Went out after giving her a few minutes to herself. I didn't hear her moving through any of the rooms to find the bathroom. Wait. I saw a map of the hospital. There aren't any bathrooms on the first floor. So she's left... But... Sighed and walked out of the hospital. It suddenly occurred to him that he had the map of Silent Hill in his back pocket still. He didn't recall putting it there, but he took it out anyway. Guess I'll go to Rosewater Park. That sounds somewhat soothing. Might help me calm down. Went back up to Carroll Street and down to Nathan Avenue until the first turn into Rosewater Park. He went as fast as he could to avoid seeing the split-head dogs and terrifying childlike monsters. He made it in 15 minutes. He accidentally walked up to Jackson because he turned the wrong way too late after not seeing the entrance. He sat on a bench, but he suddenly felt that he really needed to believe himself. He turned through the bushes, and just when he was about to finish, he heard a voice behind him. Shuichi. He quickly made himself decent and turned around and recognized the person immediately, his stepbrother-to-be, Shuichi. Oh, it's you, Shu-chan. Shuichi, why'd you do it? Me and Dad are worried, and then we found out about your mom. Why? I don't understand what you mean by that. How did you get here? Is this really you, or are you Kuronaway? You're a jerk. You left without saying anything. I hope you never come home. I hate you. He ran away, swallowed by the fog. See what I tell you? Even your stepbrother, who practically idolized you, enough to worship the ground you walked on, doesn't even like you anymore. Kuronaway appeared behind Chroma. How did you like that last video? Quite a theatrical work, right? Too bad he didn't see it that way, but he was never one for drama. Never caught me as an artistic person. Anyway, it was you, wasn't it? Dirty bastard. The killer? No, someone else had to do it. I don't know why you're playing the tragic hero. Keep acting fool. You just aren't playing. This is the real deal, you know? But if it were me, you know, I'm not an emotionless monster like you. I'm only watching this an audience if you want to be theatrical still. Too bad though. I kind of start to like the brother. The girl is very sweet too. And pretty. Too bad. Too bad. So, I take it you'll be going to the Historical Society. I had a pillowcase for you. I think you need it, just in case you, well, I don't know, a girl wanted to use it sometime in the near future. Or you can use it. It'll happen one way or another, you know. Ew. Just a thought. Because if you don't go now... He disappeared after he grinned a treasure grin the queen always said. Off with her head. A person in a pink rabbit suit and overalls came out of the bushes. Cromwell knew to run before seeing the bloodstains on the overalls and on its mouth. Before seeing the rabbit had a pair of bush cutters in his hands, he aimed to slice Cromwell in half. Ran down Nathan Avenue and turned when he saw the sign of the Historical Society and swung the door open. He slammed it shut and locked every lock on the door. The man in the rabbit suit stabbed through the door. A man died. He was a very untidy man. His arms and legs were strewn about the room. He came to an abrupt stop. Ring around the rosies, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Carl sat frozen until he was sure the man in the rabbit suit was gone. He looked up and whimpered. He stared at the figure across the room and saw it was all only covered by a mirror. What a relief. He stood up and suddenly noticing that his bladder felt heavy all of a sudden. He didn't bother doing anything about it, though. I looked like a mess. I'll worry about that later. I have to find the boat. Wait, no, wait. I want to find my girl. Screw the exit. I want her with me. He noticed that his reflection hadn't moved since he went across the room. He had a hand on the wall to keep him from falling down and shook. No way. No goddamn way. The walls were bleeding. He felt it running through his hand and some dripping on his head. He saw the reflection was getting darker with blood. He ran to the door and shook the knob until he could get through. But when he opened the door, he found himself standing on the ground in the same position with everything the way it was. He tried to leave the room, but the doorknob was slippery with blood. He glanced at the mirror to see a pale version of himself standing there, scratching at the glass. I just want to get out of here. He found himself running out of the room into a hallway. Losing my mind. I just imagined that whole thing just now. That's all. He saw a picture of Pyramid Head and what looked like some human bodies hanging around him. He was so focused on the detail of it that he didn't even notice falling down a hole